Blake Griffin in Boston Green. What is going on, y'all? Fast Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NBA, talking NBA free agency slash rumors, okay? And I love this time of the year. I love this time of the year because we get, rumors left and right. Everybody basically throws out every scenario there is, it seems like, before free agency officially starts. We haven't even gotten to the draft yet. I will be posting videos on my draft analysis as well, and some mock drafts. Look out for that as well. So I will be keeping you guys posted on these free agency videos. So we'll start with the rumor about Blake Griffin, and Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting this rumor. So whenever Woj reports something, okay, it's usually got some validity to it. Now, I'm not saying he's always right, but most of the time, he is one of the most well-respected reporters in the industry, so he's not going to report garbage, okay? So he's reporting that the Celtics are a major, major threat to sign Blake Griffin this summer away from the Los Angeles Clippers. And so I'm here to talk about, if this rumor is true, how it would happen and what would be the ramifications of this potential signing happening. So first, let's talk about how this could potentially happen. So Blake Griffin is a free agent this summer. He's going to be a free agent this summer. He's going to decline his player option and look to get a full max salary contract, as he should. And the Boston Celtics, although they don't have the money right now to sign a max free agent, they can do some things and get that flexibility. They just have to let go of all of their unrestricted free agents and then renounce a couple rights on guys like Kelly Olynyk and Tyler Zeller, and they're free agents, really. The ones that are unrestricted, they don't matter. Amir Johnson, you got Jonas Jerebko. They can afford to let go of that. So with the salary cap going up, doing a little bit of maneuvering, they can get to, I believe, have enough cap space to sign one max free agent. Okay, so that is how this could be possible. They can sign one guy. Now, there were rumors about Gordon Hayward being the favorite for Danny Ainge, quote unquote, as his free agent target this summer. There's no way they can get both, okay? Unless they trade somebody, there's no way they can get both with Blake and Gordon Hayward, although that would be great, okay? I think that would put them on a level, if not above Cleveland in the East, okay? But for realistic purposes, they probably can't get both, so we're just talking about Blake Griffin, okay? Next, let's talk about why do they want Blake. Well, they want Blake because power forward was their weakest position. They were starting Amir Johnson, and Jonas Jerebko was coming off the bench. So the starters at the other positions are pretty much locked in with Horford at center. You got IT at point guard, Avery Bradley at the 2, and then Crowder at the 3. Okay, so Blake would obviously be a major, major upgrade at the 4. But the question you have to ask yourself, if you are Danny Ainge, is, are you in win now mode right now? Do you really feel like you are that close to Cleveland, and more importantly, Golden State, that you are willing to sort of go all in right now, try to compete with the team that you have? And that's a question that I'm not too sure that Danny Ainge can come up with the answer that as a definitive yes. Okay, the Celtics roster is talented, no doubt about it. But like I said, unless you get a Gordon Hayward and a Blake Griffin, it's not going to put you on the same level as a Golden State or a Cleveland. And I love Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is actually my favorite player. Fun fact. I love Blake, but I have to be objective here. Over the years, Blake's had obvious injury concerns that have lessened his impact on the game. He has developed his game significantly in terms of being able to hit a jumper, improving his three-point stroke. His free throw percentage has been excellent, but his defensive issues are still there. And like I said, he still gets hurt a lot. He got hurt last season. He was the reason why the Clippers weren't able to make noise in the playoffs, and he's become given that notion of getting hurt year in and year out. So the durability issues are still there, but Blake is definitely talented. I'm not saying he isn't. The problem with the Celtics is they have a guy in Al Horford who's very similar in terms of what he does. Now, Blake is a better rebounder, I believe, and the Celtics do need a rebounding. But Al Horford's a good scorer, and Al Horford's a face-up power forward center type of guy that Blake Griffin is. So really, are you getting two of the same thing here? Will there be enough sort of for lack of better words, basketballs to go around with IT, Blake, and Al Horford? So it's a lot to think here. Look, in the end, I think Blake stays in LA. I've always said that. I think Blake Griffin likes the Clippers and he likes living in LA. And they are somewhat of a contender. If you can take that how you may. But like I said, the point being is, I get it. You know, Woj is reporting that Boston is a major interest, but I don't know if Blake Griffin really would like to go to Boston. I get the fact that he saw how they received Paul Pierce well and his, you know, goodbye, and they have some great fans over in Boston. But like I said, going east, I like that for Blake Griffin, but I don't know if Boston is the answer for Blake, like I said. And for Boston, more importantly, is Blake Griffin the answer to put you at the level of Cleveland and at, more importantly, at the level of Golden State? And you know what? If it is mortgaging your future to get Blake right now, I'm not too sure if that is worth it for the Celtics with them having the #1 pick as well and having Markelle Fultz. If you are going to go in win now mode, you better go all in. That means you want to trade that #1 pick, get another star up in here, get a Jimmy Butler or a Paul George or someone, and then now you're cooking with oil, okay? So if the Celtics want to be in win now mode, do not half-ass it. Go all in with Blake, with another guy, and then maybe you have something there. So let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button, and as always, subscribe. Thanks for watching.